A stadium has 100 seats in the first row. Okay. 107 seats in the second and 114 in the third. Let me write that down. So 100 in the first row, and then 107 in the second, and 114 in the third. Second and third row. Hopefully I'm in the first row. Maybe second. I don't know. Yeah, second one I could be right in the middle. The first row won't have a middle. It'll be like 51 and 50, where this one will actually be exactly in the middle. So I'd rather be the second row. Get right in between the first two heads. Okay, if the sequence continues, how many seats would there be in the 120th row? Oh, so the sequence does continue. So let's see what is going to here. Is it arithmetic or geometric? Let's check it out here. So k is equal to a plus 1 minus a to the n. Let's check arithmetic first. So 114 minus 107 is equal to 7. And 107 minus 100 is equal to 7. So yes, this is an arithmetic sequence. Nice. Okay, for an arithmetic sequence, a to the n is equal to a to the 1 plus n minus 1 times k. Okay, we know what k is. A1 is this guy, A1, and n, what are we looking for? Oh, 120th row, because first row, second row, third, we want the 120th row. So here we go. So a to the 120 is going to be A1, which is 100, plus n, which is 120, minus 1 times k, which was 7. And so a to the 120 is equal to 119, 120 minus 1 times 7 plus 100. 100 is 933 seats are in the 120th row. If there were, oh, that's a lot of seats. Okay, if there were 124,075 seats in the stadium, how many rows are there? They must be assuming that the sequence continues. So let's do it with the sequence continuing. So we already know k. Let's write down the sum equation. Okay, so the sum equation, s to the n is equal to n a plus 1 n all over 2. It didn't give us the row. How many rows are there? We're looking for rows. If there's 124,000 seats, oh, so this one's equal to, this is equal to Sn. They give us the total sum. They gave us this. And we know A1. We don't know how many rows, how many seats are in the nth row. And we don't even know n. We don't know how many rows. That's what it's asking us for. Oh, so we have two unknowns here. We don't know n and we don't know an. Oh, but this equation here, this one also has an and n in it. Oh, so we have two equations, two unknowns. So let's substitute them in there to get rid of that. So let's substitute 1 into 2. So s to the n is equal to n over 2 a1 plus, here we're going to substitute it there. So I just took this guy down here, put it in front as a coefficient, and now we have an, which is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 times k. Okay, let's expand this guy out. Oh, I'm just going to get rid of my fraction. I'm going to multiply everything by 2. So 2 Sn is equal to n, bracket open. I'm going to drop these brackets. I'm going to get 2a1 there, plus I'm going to expand this guy too. So I'm going to get kn minus k, bracket closed. Now I just have to expand the n, and I'm going to bring everything over to one side, but I'll do that in a second here. Let's just expand the n first. So 2a1n, and then plus kn squared minus kn. Oh, so I can't solve for n directly because I got an n squared and n and something without an n in it at all. So this looks like a quadratic equation. So let's put it into that form. Kn squared plus 2a1 minus k times n minus 2sn. Okay, bring everything over to one side. Here is my a coefficient. Here's my b coefficient, and here's my c coefficient. Okay, this is a quadratic equation because I have to solve for n, and I have n squared n and n to nothing, right? So let's do a quadratic equation. So here n is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so it's equal to, oh, we should put numbers in here first. Oh, I'm sorry. So what's k equal to? K is equal to 7. This thing, so 2a, what's the first number? A1 is 100. 2 times 100 minus k, which was 7. So this b here is 193. And 2sn, well, sn is 124,075 times 2 is equal to 248150. Okay, I'm sorry, I should have put numbers in first. But equation still stands. Let's plug everything in now. So minus b, which is going to be minus 193, plus or minus square root b squared. Whew. Let's do all this into one go here. So 193 squared minus 4 times a, which was 7, times c, which is negative, because there's a negative there. Remember, the quadratic equation assumes all positive, so this is negative, so we have to exclude that negative. So minus 248150. And that equals that number right there. Let's even get rid of this. Let's take the square root right now of it. Is going to be 2643. All divided by 2a, which is going to be 14. 2 times 7. Okay, let's break this guy down here. So 193 divided by 14 is equal to that number. That's not very nice. Is minus 13.7857 plus or minus 2643 divided by 14 is going to be 188.7857 dot dot dot. Okay, so let's do that. Now we can do the two solutions. So we have negative 13.7857 plus answer is going to be 175, or negative 13.7857 minus 188.87 or 7857 equals negative 202.57. Okay, only one of these answers makes sense. There are two solutions to this equation, but only one of them makes sense, physical sense. You can't have negative seats. Okay, so this is the only legitimate answer for this question, so that is the answer for this question. There would be 175 rows to make that many seats.